Now let us feel our breath as it extends throughout the planet, further and further into regions that even the most advanced technological systems that have been invented have not yet been able to reach.
I consider this project to be an interception of different worlds. It's kind of like a peace offering. We are welcoming one another with our pasts, with our histories, and we're saying, okay, here we are now, consenting to coming together and trusting that everyone in the room will have the responsibility, the sensibility, and the will and desire to make another history, make a new history.
Also in exchange with other composers, because we all come from very different parts of the world. And I realized that there are also some histories that I have no idea about, and there are some histories that are just kind of left aside in that sense.
The ensemble, they're very nice people, so it was easy to work with them. It's not that I just want to communicate my ideas to them, but sometimes knowing much more things behind those ideas are even important. So talks like the one we had earlier, or maybe talks when we have coffee, I think they're very important for them to know where I'm coming from with all my ideas in the music. So yeah, it was amazing. It was an amazing experience.
Hatte ich erst überlegt, ob wir dann tatsächlich für die Zeit und auch wollen. Also ich war im Sommer das erste Mal hier, Sommer 23. Da war ich erstmal überwältigt. Also mein erster Eindruck war überwältigt sein von den grünen Mappen tatsächlich. Das ist schon fast wie so ein geflügeltes Wort inzwischen, habe ich das Gefühl.
So, R, S, so, Scherino.
I would like to have it more like an open discussion and more a dialogue, as I said before. Now as a collective or just as the whole team, and then after that I would like to just ask you some questions, the ensemble members, about the archive and what you think of it, and also maybe just about going into this room and what's the impression of the room, because that could be also pretty interesting.
Maybe Abrahamsen, because I was curious about something.
So A.
When we talk about archive, we often concentrate on the past, which I think can also be tricky because we right now are also kind of makers of an archive every day, especially when we turn into digital archives. So in that sense, it's also important to kind of keep in mind that, again, there is this part of authority and what is being saved and what is being archived, also in the digital as well as in the analog.
The archive was designed as one of those things, you know, like you take things from people and then hide them away. And then they also forget that they even have these things, you know, and also where they are, no one knows what these things are. But when we tap into the memory of which the objects themselves carry, because they also have the spirit, we are able not only to access memory here, but it's in the bloodline, it's in the body.
I thought of the bell as an archive which houses a lot of different memories, both good and bad. Like, for example, bells in Philippine history, it marked when villages and towns were being attacked by the Spanish or even the American when they colonized the Philippines starting in 1898 onwards.
These instruments are not built primarily for playing in the sense of the word play or entertaining. These are healing technologies, and what they are is an extension of the vibrations that exist inside of you. You can also strike the wood in various places and still bring out resonators. If you would like, you can also work with the breath of the wind in your hand and the resonance of your mouth, and you'll have like a wah-wah effect of some sort. Hey, yeah, oh, you got it, you got it. It's not to walk around and say, I know how to build these African instruments, but it's to say, I know the power of vibrational healing energy. Add more numbers. We come into a space with our various backgrounds, but if you are reminded of the fact that the oldest ancestor, predating Christianity, predating colonialism, over 25,000 years ago, traces of humankind are found in South Africa. That means when you trace past everything, we have the same ancestor.